Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Rangnick versus Steven Gerrard. Who will come out on top? The game tomorrow will be Steven Gerrard's first time at Old Trafford as a manager. Steven Gerrard has enjoyed a good start to his managerial career at Aston Villa. When Steven Gerrard got appointed in as the Aston Villa manager, he signed a 3.5-year deal. Before Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard managed Rangers. He did well at Rangers, he won the Scottish Premiership with them, and before then he managed Liverpool's under-18s. Before Steven Gerrard, Aston Villa had Dean Smith. They sacked Dean Smith earlier on this season. Dean Smith is obviously now the Norwich City manager. Villa lost their last game to Brentford 2-1. I think they've lost around 3 games under Gerrard so far. Aston Villa have got some good players in their team, like I mentioned on the preview. Obviously they've got Danny Ings. Danny Ings has made an impact at Aston Villa. Aston Villa got Danny Ings from Southampton. I thought Danny Ings was very good when he was at Southampton as well. Villa have also got Leon Bailey. He's made an impact. Aston Villa got Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen. Leon Bailey is out with injury at the moment. They've also got Trezeguet. Trezeguet is at the African Cup of Nations. They've got Anwar El Ghazi. He's also a good attacking player. They've also got Bertrand Traore. He's on international duty at the moment. Villa have got Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins is one of the best players they've got. Ollie Watkins has just recovered from COVID. As you all know, Aston Villa signed Philippe Coutinho on loan from Barcelona until the end of the season. Philippe Coutinho won't be able to play in this cup game tomorrow. What?
Yeah.
What do you want? Yeah.
That's how I want it kept.
Yeah.
No stains or marks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks alright, doesn't it?
Yeah. Alright. Alright. Yes, I was saying Coutinho is out with COVID at the moment, but Coutinho could be making his debut for Aston Villa in the league game between Villa and Manchester United. They've also got John McGinn. That's probably Aston Villa's best player. Manchester United have been linked with him. They've also got Marvellous Nakamba. He's out with injury at the moment. They've also got Douglas Luiz. To be honest with you, I don't really rate Douglas Luiz. They've also got Jacob Ramsey. They've got Sanson. They've got Ezri Konsa. They've got Tyrone Mings. That's a very good centre-half. Manchester United have been linked with him before. They've also got Matt Targett. They've got Matty Cash. They've got Buendia. They got him from Norwich. Villa have also got Ashley Young. He's recently been out with a toe injury. Ashley Young is in his second spell at Aston Villa. Don't forget, Ashley Young is a former Manchester United player. Young was a long-serving player when he was at Man United. He was at Man United for around 8.5 years. So if he can play in this game tomorrow, he'll be reuniting with Manchester United. And one of the goalkeepers Aston Villa have got is Martinez. Let me put into the equation that Aston Villa lost Jack Grealish to Man City, but Villa did get around £100 million for him, and Tuanzebe left Aston Villa to join Napoli on loan. But next week, Manchester United play Aston Villa twice within a week. You know, we play them in the Cup tomorrow, then we play them in the league next Saturday, the 15th of January. Villa won at Old Trafford in the league earlier on this season, 1-0. That was the first time Aston Villa won at Old Trafford since 2009. By the way, the winners between Man United and Aston Villa will play Middlesbrough in the 4th round, because the FA Cup 4th round draw has just been done. Harry Maguire, he's recently been out with a knock, but he said he could be back in contention for this game tomorrow. I spoke with you about Harry Maguire earlier on today. Harry Maguire come out and admitted that he's sick of Man United's poor form, and he also said that the Man United players are letting the fans down. Maguire's said that not all of the blame is Rangnick. Maguire is enduring a really poor season. Earlier on this season he had a calf injury, and revert back towards the end of last season he had ligament damage in his ankle. Harry Maguire certainly wasn't worth the £80 million that Manchester United paid for him. He's been at the club now for over 2 years and he is our captain. We need to take the captaincy off him. Martial, he's recently been out with injury. But Martial doesn't really get in the team anyway. I think Martial will be leaving Manchester United this year. Fabrizio Romano has recently said that Sevilla can't pay Martial's full salary and loan fee. Revert back towards the end of last year, it said Manchester United rejected a loan offer from Sevilla for Martial. Martial's made it clear that he's not interested in making a move to Newcastle. Not so long ago there was talks about an Ousmane Dembele and Martial swap deal, but I don't want Dembele at Manchester United because he's too injury prone. Ralph Rangnick confirmed last year that Martial wants to leave Manchester United because Martial held talks with Rangnick over his future, and Martial's agent confirmed that Martial wants to leave Man United this month. He's demanding more game time. You know, he's getting nowhere near enough game time at Manchester United. He's no longer good enough to represent the club. The best season Martial endured was his debut season under Louis van Gaal, and to be fair, he was pretty impressive last season. Manchester United paid an initial fee of £36 million for Martial from Monaco back in 2015. He's been at Manchester United for 7 years. He's got a contract with the club until 2024. Martial has scored 79 goals in 268 appearances in all competitions. Eric Bailly, He's at the African Cup of Nations, so he won't be playing any part against Villa tomorrow. Bailly played in the game against Burnley the other week, but he came off injured in that game, so he had to be replaced by Varane. I think there's a good chance that Bailly will leave Man United this year because he doesn't get in the team that much. He is injury prone, which is a concern. Towards the end of last season, Bailly signed a new contract with Man United until 2024. There's an option of a further year. Manchester United got him from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. And Paul Pogba, you know the news on him. Ralph Rangnick recently gave us an injury update on Pogba. Pogba is going to be out for at least another 4 weeks. He's got a groin injury. If Pogba leaves Manchester United this year, he'll leave in the summer. Now, Paul Pogba denied being offered a Manchester United contract because earlier on this week the Sun said that Man United offered Paul Pogba a new £500,000 a week contract that would have made him the highest paid player in Premier League history. Pogba's contract at Man United expires in the summer. Revert back to the start of this season, he rejected a new Man United contract offer. I'm hearing that PSG is the most likely destination for Pogba. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with him. Juventus, his former club, have been in for him. He did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he re-signed for Man United. Barcelona have been in for him before, and so too with Inter Milan. So reflecting on that, Pogba has had a long-running transfer saga. He has made 212 appearances since he re-signed for Man United and he's scored 38 times. This season is his 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and Manchester United paid £89 million for him, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. And Victor Lindelof, he's recently recovered from COVID. But in this game against Villa in the Cup tomorrow, Ralph Rangnick will rotate. You know, Man United are coming into this game on the back of a 1-0 defeat to Wolves. It was Ralph Rangnick's first defeat as Man United manager, and it was the first time Wolves won at Old Trafford since 1980. It was a very poor performance against Wolves, so we need to see a much better performance against Villa tomorrow night. Rangnick, he's already losing the dressing room at Manchester United because it's said earlier on this week that 17 Manchester United players are unhappy with Ralph Rangnick and want to leave. Rangnick's already under pressure at Man United. Despite that though, Rangnick has been told that transfer funds are available this month. So reflecting on that, Ralph Rangnick will be backed by the Glazers as the club have been dealing with the dressing room crisis. Rangnick has been Man United's interim manager for over a month now. He's Man United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did actually mention that he will take a consultancy role for a further 2 years, but the consultancy role is now in doubt for Rangnick. But reflecting on the poor performances under Rangnick, I think Rangnick is blameless. I think the players have got to take some responsibility for the poor performances. The players are the biggest problem at Manchester United at this moment in time. You know, since Rangnick came in, you know, he's made changes. He's brought 3 additions in. Earlier on this season, he brought Ewan Sharp in as an assistant coach and analyst, and he brought Chris Armas in as an assistant, and he also brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Before Manchester United, Ralph Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. And when Ralph first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. He wants a centre defensive midfielder at Manchester United. He's already made that clear. You know, will Manchester United make a signing in this January transfer window? Well, there's a lot of players that Man United are linked with. Earlier on this week, he says, you know, Manchester United are interested in Ruben Neves from Wolves. He says Man United were leading the chase for him, and Man United could bid around 35 million this month. Man United held talks with Ruben Neves' agent George Mendes. Ruben Neves is ready to move on from Wolves because he's eager to show his skills at a bigger club. Neves played against Manchester United last Monday night, and what a performance he put out. He had that very good chance from that volley, produced a good save from David De Gea. Ruben Neves has been at Wolves for 5 years, and he's made 178 appearances in all competitions. He's got a contract with Wolves until 2024. Wolves got Neves from Porto. Wolves paid around 15.8 million. Manchester United have also been linked with Boubacar Kamara from Marseille. You know, Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice have been long-term targets for Man United. We'll target Declan Rice in the summer, but West Ham want around £100 million for him. You know the news on Julian Alvarez from River Plate. Not so long ago it said that Julian Alvarez is set to join Manchester United, as Rangnick held talks with the player's agent this week, and it said Alvarez is set to become the first signing of the Rangnick era. Alvarez has a £17 million release clause. It said Man United are prepared to pay the £17 million release clause to sign Julian Alvarez. He's been at River Plate for a long time, risen up their academy in that. He's mainly a forward, can also be deployed as a winger, and he's only the age of 21. But I can assure this month there'll be more outgoings at Manchester United than incomings. In the summer, Manchester United will appoint a permanent manager. Now, you know the news on Mauricio Pochettino. It's said that Mauricio Pochettino's move to Manchester United is almost done. Pochettino wants Manchester United, and Manchester United want Pochettino. Pochettino will leave PSG by June at the latest. I think Pochettino's got a full season left on his PSG contract. I think he's won a French Cup with them. Revert back to earlier on this season, he came out a few times and said that I'm happy at PSG, and he wouldn't let the Man United rumours distract him. And earlier on this season it says Man United were ready to pay the 10 million compensation fee to get Pochettino. By the way, PSG have got their replacement for Pochettino because they've agreed terms with Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane's a former Real Madrid manager. Manchester United should have got Pochettino when Jose Mourinho got sacked, but obviously the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. I reckon Pochettino is a good manager, even though he's hardly won anything. He's proven in the Premier League, which is beneficial before, Pochettino endured 5.5 years at Tottenham. Analysing the vast majority of his tenure at Tottenham, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top four. He almost won the league with Tottenham at one point, and he got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final back in 2018. Before Tottenham, he managed Southampton. He only enjoyed a short managerial tenure with them, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. And before then, he managed Espanyol. So there's a good chance that Pochettino will become our 5th permanent manager. There again, Erik ten Hag's been spoken about in recent days. It's said that Erik ten Hag is leading the race to become Man United's next manager. There's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag come in. You've got to admire what he's done at Ajax. You know, he's won a couple of trophies with them. Back in 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. He's been Ajax manager for around 5 years. He's under contract with them until 2023. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. You know, Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson retired. You know, Man United sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Then sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years, despite us winning the FA Cup under Van Gaal. Then Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho after like 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. And last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Following the 4-1 defeat to Watford, Solskjaer was Manchester United manager for almost 3 years. Regardless of who our manager is, though, no one's going to replicate what Ferguson did. So in that aspect, we've got to accept that, you know, Ferguson, greatest manager of all time, brought success to Manchester United, won 30-odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles, but didn't settle in straight away, Ferguson, because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Ferguson was Man United manager for around 26 years, so reflecting on that, he was a very long-serving manager. Before Ferguson, you know, Man United were inconsistent, you know, because we weren't that good under Ron Atkinson. You know, we weren't that good under Wilf McGuinness either. I think Wilf McGuinness enjoyed like an 18-month managerial tenure at Man United. We weren't brilliant under Sir Matt Busby. I think it started well under Sir Matt Busby, then it all went downhill. And we certainly weren't good under Franco Farrell either. Revert back to the 70s, Manchester United got relegated under him. That's 40 odd years ago now. But the players I think who are going to leave Manchester United this year, Martial, I think there's a good chance he'll be leaving. Edison Cavani, he'll leave this year, but I think he'll leave at the end of the season. I can't see him leaving in this January transfer window because Man United are reluctant to let Edison Cavani leave on a free transfer this month. Prior to the Wolves game, Rangnick said he desperately wants Edison Cavani to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. Mata, I think there's a good chance that he'll leave Man United this month. I think he'll either go back to Spain or go to the MLS. Man United will be loaning Amad Diallo out. Jesse Lingard, he'll also leave the club this year. Donny van der Beek, he'll leave in the summer because I have been hearing that Van der Beek's not allowed to leave Man United this month. Van der Beek remains keen on leaving Man United in this January transfer window, as he recently held talks with Ralph Rangnick to discuss his future, but not so long ago Van der Beek had a bust up with his agent. Matic, he'll leave Man United this year as well. Like I said, if Pogba leaves this year, he'll leave in the summer. Jones and Bailly, they'll be leaving the club this year. I think there's also a good chance that Dalot will leave this year. And Man United are looking to get rid of Dean Henderson permanently this year. Rangnick's already told Dean Henderson he cannot leave Man United on loan this month. So there you go. And you know the news on Cristiano Ronaldo. It has said today that Cristiano Ronaldo has held crisis talks with his agent Jorge Mendes about his future. Cristiano Ronaldo is ready to quit Man United if the club's next manager isn't to his liking. Revert back to the other week, Ronaldo's agent Jorge Mendes mentioned that Ronaldo's very happy at Man United, but the other week Ronaldo came out and said that I'm not happy at Manchester United. He's demanding more from Manchester United because obviously he hasn't been satisfied with the performances. You know, since Ronaldo re-signed for Man United, he's got 14 goals in all competitions. And he's got over 800 goals in his career. Man United have relied on Ronaldo far too much since he re-signed. And there's been quite a few games where he's saved Manchester United. So disregarding Ronaldo, we'd be in a worse position than we're in now. There again though, Ronaldo's had his poor games since he re-signed for the club. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. Ronaldo's got a contract with Man United till 2023. There's an option of a further year, and he receives around £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at the moment at Man United, and he wears the number 7 shirt. And as you all know, at the end of this month, Ed Woodward is stepping down. Ed Woodward has had a 17-year association at the club. Woodward's been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. Anyway, Richard Arnold will become Man United's chief executive on the 1st of February to replace Ed Woodward. We've also got the Glazers still at Man United. You know, they've owned the club since 2005. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.